Well, look at this story. This blew up quickly. Just last week, the Biden administration was touting its new relationship with Facebook and Twitter to censor what it deems vaccine misinformation. But the administration quickly blew it up. They blew up the partnership over the weekend. Let's welcome back to the show member of the GOP Doctors Caucus, he's Senator Roger Marshall. Senator, the administration was claiming Facebook and Twitter are health hazards. They are health hazards in and of themselves. What do you think of what happened?
Well, Liz, the White House cannot have it both ways. Do they want the Facebook working with them or against them? This White House owns this vaccine hesitancy, and why they want to blame this on Facebook now, I don't know. All they had to do was drive the Trump train that was full of Trump vaccines, but instead they send out misinformation, they talked out of both sides of their mouth, and now they own this problem.
You know, Senator, people are sick of it. They're sick of the politicizing of everything. You know, the president and vice president last year downplayed vaccines developed under the Trump administration, saying they wouldn't take it. Joy Reid did the same thing of MSNBC. So did Governor Cuomo. But, you know, Charlie Kirk has pointed this out. The way the White House press secretary was talking about Facebook, she was talking about it like it was a government agency and not a private company.
Right. This is the socialistic policy that they really want. You know, Jen Psaki doubled down on it, that she actually wants more of it. She wants more censoring of Facebook. And I got to tell you, we did town halls this weekend and folks were much more concerned about their freedom of speech and the censoring that was going on than any information going there one way or the other. You know, net, Facebook did a good job of getting the information out that if you wanted a vaccine, this is the place to get it. I've been censored. Lots of people have been censored. And that's what I'm upset about. And now this White House wants to double down on censoring, jeopardizing my First Amendment rights.
Well, the White House is downplaying it today. It's saying they're not at war with Facebook, and that President Biden has said today that Facebook is not killing people. He made comments to that effect last week. You know what's really interesting, Senator? I like your reaction to this. You know, high school students are saying, listen, we know when we see disinformation and misinformation on social media. They can determine it on their own. Senator, let's listen to this. Watch.
And it's up to us to do our research and really make those decisions and informed decisions for ourselves.
I don't think anyone takes Facebook posts as serious as Biden says they do. It's just kind of up to their own discretion whether they want it or not.
I don't take everything I see on social media at face value. Like if I see a headline or if I see all these posts saying this and this and this about the vaccine, like I'm going to go look it up. I'm going to go do some research before I make a decision.
What do you say, Senator? It's interesting, right?
Yeah, there you go. So a common sense approach. I can tell you this. Every time Jen Psaki opens her mouth or Dr. Fauci gives us a lecture, 10,000 more people say that they're never going to get the vaccine again. This is now down to folks talking to their local physician, to their own personal physician. We need to respect the people that haven't got the vaccine yet. The good news, half of them have already had natural immunity. They've had the virus. But so if you haven't had the vaccine yet, I respect you. Go talk to your own doctor and talk about the benefits and risk of it.
Yeah, how about a public service announcement? That's all you need from maybe from doctors and nurses saying, get vaccinated. You know, the press secretary today was downplaying the idea that the president should reach out to President Trump and do a public service announcement together. She just basically said, nah, we're not going to do that. I mean, it's interesting. So they want to do censorship and just dictate what's going to be on social media, but then not do all the other things. I mean, dictating to social media, that just feels like textbook case, you know, of violations of the First Amendment. Your final word.
Well, I think President Trump has a really good case. I'm glad he's going forward with it. I think the final word is this. If you haven't had your vaccine yet, go talk to your doctor. I respect where you're coming from. And it's really a personal decision. We don't need our speech censored.
All right. Senator Roger Marshall, thank you so much for joining us. It's good to see you. Come back soon.